episode on the Goal Line Conversations podcast. My name is Michael. I'm here with my co-hosts, the host of the most, people that you know of, friendly faces. You know, Toju, the World Actually podcast. You know him, guys. We no long talk. We are here for we are going straight to the point. So you know what Toju does. Go subscribe. Link is in the description. JJ, reckless delegate, passionate Man U fan. You know who he is. Let's get into the ladies and gentlemen. Before we start, I'd like us to wave our instruments in the air. There we go. Glory. Somebody shout bottle.
Bottle.
Hallelujah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to need this for the end of the season. By God's grace, Arsenal, if you make mistake, oh God, I will buy the one. You know the one that they have Arsenal on it. That's the one I'm going to put. That one that I have Arsenal. I'm going to print it, the label, and I'll start selling that. Any Arsenal fan I see, I'll give you free of charge.
I'll give them for free.
I'll give you free of charge so that you can drink it, because your tears that we are here for. We're here for another weekend match reaction. So first, let's get into the. Fella used to say, let us come into the room
to do what we came to do.
What we came to do. This room, we are talking Arsenal, Man City, Arsenal. You know what? I want to start with this. Toju, I don't know if you are into the stock market, trading stock market. If you are not, maybe even if you have some investment ideas, just pass my way. Just send it my way. I just want to vet your investment, because, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm saying this is because me and JJ on one of our episodes, it's not even far. It's probably like 4 or 5 episodes away. We are looking at Arsenal going. We are looking at Man City as they're falling away, and we're like, these people, they look more like Arsenal are more likely to win this title. And we are here coercing the poor gentleman called Toju. Baba, submit and stop bothering yourself. These people are going to win. Toju said, I've seen the devil himself. The devil in the form of Pep Guardiola. I've looked him in the eye. Unless you kill this man, unless you finish him off, he's not going anywhere. And leading up to this game, Arsenal already did us a favor. They gave us trailers. You know, when you are expecting a movie and they are giving you trailer left and right. They came with they started with the Bournemouth losing. Before you know it, before they went to Sporting, stunk out the gaff, barely made it, quarter to go past Sporting, if not for the grace of God. And they come into this game. I'm going to yield the floor for the very first time. I know there's somebody I want to talk, JJ. I want you to talk, because you made us a promise last time. You said, if there's a first service and they are playing in first service, I will miss first service, but we'll catch second service, just so that I can see these people bottle it life.
I wish I actually have a way of showing to y'all my church in Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have something called workers meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, pastor wanted to speak to us today. It's like God really wanted me to be there. That's the crazy part. So the meeting, is usually earlier than usual. So we had to get to church earlier than usual. Now, long story short, they canceled the meeting. I just told wifey, I was like, guess what? We are still going to first service regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a second service that it is must watch. It's a revival. You understand? You don't want to miss it, because there will be miracles. There will be wonders. And what did we get? We got wonders, man. We got wonders.
God is a mighty God.
I haven't seen a team, there's something in this beautiful game that is called a run of form, right? You can be papering over the crack, but when you finally meet the juggernauts, when you meet the real team, your run of form, the way you get there, is finally going to show. Like you said, in the Sporting game, if not for that defender that that lost his head, the first leg would have been 0-0. We all knew what happened with Bournemouth, right? The second leg, in front of your fans, yes, yes, it is Sporting that's supposed to try to beat you.
Yeah.
But still, there is nothing. There was nothing. I don't know what the most boring meal that you've ever been given. That food, you know what? What Arsenal have been serving us all season long is that thing that those other people do and they put raisin in potato salad, putting raisin. That is what we've been given. A bland food that have no salt, that has no Maggi, no spices, no paprika, nothing. They have been shoving this bland food down our throat. That's what Arsenal have done all season long. You understand? And at some point, yes, Toju said it. We was like, you know what? I think this is all we're gonna have to eat, man. But Pep Chef, the chef himself was like, you know what? We're done. We're done. And that's why United showed them under Carrick. I believe Slot also beat them. I'm not too sure. You guys beat them. And then every other people are seeing the formation to beat them. And Jesus Christ, it's so worse. I'll stop with this because I'm sure there's still a lot that we got to get to. During the offseason, there were a merry-go-round of strikers, right? 3 particularly. There was Šeško, there was Ekitike, and there is my man, Mr. Gyökeres. Everybody can say, just based on what happened in Europe, right? Gyökeres is the red pepper that you put on top of your rice that you've been waiting.
Article. You just
the finished thing. We've been told Arsenal is one player away. One player away. That one player that's supposed to cross them over River Jordan and River Nile, into their promised land. One player. And on the day, Lord of Jesus. On the day, not any other game, not that you are playing a lower league team, not that you are, no.
You're not even resting
talking him. On the day, and your £70 million signing that you took away from United, that you took away from everybody, we didn't see him. Rasclap.
Serious clap.
I don't know. I don't know. That alone for me, if I'm an owner, I don't care the way the season ends, whether you win or you do not win. That's a cause for firing.
Yeah, it's a fireable offense. It's your marquee striker. And to think of it, this guy in 2026 has actually been better. Like if this was last year, getting from fall going into December, I can excuse it because his touch was heavy. He was not in the game. A lot of times the wingers did not understand how to relate with him. So there was a lot of he still has to learn how to play in the Premier League. But 2026, and I just have to go find my stats. 2026, at one point, he was scoring 8 goals in 11 games or something like that. And just also, come to think of it, he literally just helped his national team make the World Cup with the baddest photo that you ever see, with fans in the background doing the Gyökeres. So just going back to your point, JJ, it's your marquee striker when you need him the most. Look at City.
It should be the first name on the sheet.
City should be
the first name.
Haaland, how many goals has Haaland scored prior to this game? Haaland at one point, people were like, when is Haaland going to contribute to this game?
Yep.
But everybody knew that as long as he's there, something will enter his leg and something can happen with Haaland. He has proven it with his goal scoring. He has proven it with his presence. And he also has the faith and backing of the manager. That is the mentality that you need from a coach, where it's I don't care. I don't care if you've not scored a goal all 2026. you are my striker. I trust you to carry us through the line. And Mikel Arteta did not show the same faith in Gyökeres, which kind of tells me that this guy did not even actually want him. I think they forced Gyökeres on his hands.
They said, so not to take that, they said they've always wanted Šeško. That's what went out.
I feel like they forced it on his hands.
Because even before, because you remember that under the Satanist, he who shall not be named, right? What they've always said about United is, okay, it's like when your favorite teacher transferred to another school and you know you were doing well. Okay, let me go to where. That's what they've been saying, that Gyökeres is going to come to United, right? Even if you remember, Ekitike wasn't even in the frame. Wasn't even Ekitike like, going to go to Liverpool. We were not even hearing that. Wasn't even in the frame. So it was supposed to be Gyökeres to United, Šeško to Arsenal. That was it, right? But of course, they liked the shiny thing.
Let me bring
they bought the player, but they didn't have the key that will unlock the lock, right? And not to even to go to another part. I saw something on Twitter over the weekend. Look at the amount of love that Diego Simeone is showing Ademola Lookman.
Yep.
Game in, game out.
Yep.
It's like the way the man we hug him, like this man doesn't have father, and his father is in Nigeria, right? If we hug him, it will let him know that you are wanted. It will let him know that you're loved. But guess what, though? Actually, I don't blame Arteta, and I think you're right that he doesn't want him, because guess who is Arteta's experiment was Havertz. And guess the amount of love is shown Havertz was supposed to be the love that is supposed to have been shown Gyökeres. There we go.
Equation don't balance. There you go. Toju, let me bring you to this. I'm sure you watched the game. Let me know how you were processing post, between, and after.
Let me give you let me find it for you first, because I'll give you a start from the Arsenal side, and then I'll give you a start from the Man City side, so that you can know what kind of animal we're dealing with. And I use animal like purposely, because this is not a human being. Okay. So let me start with Pep. So for months with at least 10 games played, April is Manchester City's best month under Pep Guardiola in terms of points per game. That's 2.52 points per game. Win rate of 80%. 80% win rate. Now, with Arsenal, in the last 5 seasons, in the month of April, in the last 5 seasons, they have 1 win combined.
Yep.
I don't mean 1 win in each April. I mean, if you carry the 5 Aprils back, you get 1 win.
And in what year did they finally get that 1 win?
I said
This year.
It's just
this year.
So in the middle, so
and it's
in the middle of the
unfortunate sporting nonsense.
in the middle of the bottle, you still have to put the cap on the bottle. So for me, when I said you people, Manchester City, they are not any typical monster. They are a vampire. You cannot kill them by just using bullets.
You need
You have
silver
to-
bullet.
With silver bullet, you still have to cut off the head, drive a stake to the heart, and then burn the ashes.
That's true, though.
Because I said there was a time when Manchester City had like 14 April wins in a row or something like that.
Yep.
Bro, you are not. All this one, they're not their best self. Okay. Okay.
I'll tell you this much. If they win, I think in all of Pep's year that I've known him as a coach, this would be the best league win is at across all 3. Just for how far they have to come to be able to win.
Toju, I was saying that. I think I was telling you that. Like, looking at the group of players that he has to do with, Pep normally, whenever he has a team, they are stacked. And when I mean stacked, I mean you can take player for player, plug them out. When you had the Mahrez, you had the Sane, you had the Sterling, you had the Silva, you had the Bruyne. Like, you could plug people out and just make shift. But this team, if you take out Pep's first 11, the 11 that started, because at one point I was hearing the commentator say, Man City have not made any substitution. I'm like, who they bench? There's nobody in the bench. The 11 you see are the 11 capable enough for him to do what he can
And
do.
since he figured this lineup out, since he figured, because remember that he benched Shockey for a minute also.
Yeah.
But since he figured it out, he's yet to change the lineup.
He has not changed it. And so when we come back to coach that knows who his killers are, coach that knows if I'm going to war, these are the people I'm going to choose. That's the difference. A stark difference. You saw a coach who was scared, who's Arteta, and ran back into what do I know best? Let me go with what I know. What has worked for me somehow in the past. He went to Havertz. Because if it's any coach that has any confidence or any cojones in him, it's like, I'm going to play the team that has given me the most victory. Not Havertz. It's Gyökeres up top, Eze, or Odegaard, wherever you want to distribute that line, those three, they're all useless anyway. But spread them across, and then you have the rest of your defensive core. But he just started chopping and changing for no reason.
I'll even tell you this much. If Arsenal have been on the front foot the way they were today, throughout the season, the league would have been over.
It absolutely would have. It absolutely would have. And I think that's why a lot of Arsenal fans are so angry.
It would have been. Even if they say, you know what, come after December, come January, let's switch from the defensive shape
and
that got us,
nonsense,
and now let's go, let's go front foot now that we've had some. Because remember, 2 months ago, the league was over 2 months ago.
That's the time we're having this conversation.
2 months ago, in February, the league was over. In terms of the points that anybody's supposed to have and be able to get over the finish line.
They were 11 points at one point. 11 points ahead.
It brings joy and gladness to my heart.
One more thing on Pep and Manchester City. There's a reason why I'm always going to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's not just the coaching, it's the resources. Look at Pep's team. In the last 2 years, they have 11 new players, bro. 11. And these are not Kwekwe players.
No, that...
So, that's something that we have to think about.
Hold on, though. Toju. Isn't that what other people typically use as an excuse? Oh, we have too many new players. We still have to blend them in. They don't know each other's middle name just yet. You understand? We're still trying to work things out.
Look at what happened with Donnarumma. They brought in Trafford first. Before season even started, they brought in Donnarumma.
That's crazy, bad, man.
I thought they were crazy for doing that because I'm like, why would you, knowing who Pep is, you want a ball-playing goalkeeper. Pep is like, forget that. For this season, I'm going to do something contrary. And you see the lack of ball-playing ability from Donnarumma is what gave Arsenal the only goal that they had in this game. It's not as if the goal came from a contribution that it was literally a blunder from Donnarumma that allowed them the only goal.
See, they went and got Semenyo, they went and got Gehi. Before that, they got Aït-Nouri. Before that, Cherki, Mamouche, Savinho.
Pep is a madman. He's a madman. You know why I'm saying that? He successfully turned Nunes into a right back.
And O'Reilly into a left back.
And I want you to understand, not a disgruntled right back. It's like a right back that says, this is now my future. And this was not an academy player. This was a well-established midfielder in Wolves.
Yeah.
Was bought for 50 to 60 million.
Yeah.
And Pep is like, you have no future in this midfield. You either go to right back or you chop bench like Calvin Phillips.
And let's not forget the other ones that they bought that they had to let go in the likes of Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, Calvin
Phillips and things like that.
He tried to do the same thing with Grealish. He said, Grealish, you are not a camo. You are a left winger that does winger stuff. So what I mean by that is you stay on that winger. If you drive inside, if I see you there, I take you out.
Anyway, my focus is more on Arsenal. Because I've done my so after church and everything, after the game is over, kids were napping. I was like, you know what, me too, I deserve a nap. But after that nap, I had my schedule, from AFTV to ESPN FC.
Of course.
Right?
To Truth TV.
to
fans try.
there's one to fans try just to
Just scroll.
I really Arsenal and I'll say this is I pray they do not win it because at least City we can always say that they spend too much money, that's why they win this, that, and the four. But the way Arsenal played today, and even the substitution by the coach was horrendous. Throughout the game, Eze has been your best man. If there's a
He's the most
game
dangerous
where
person.
if there's a game where you want to overplay your player and say, you know what, damn the injury, we need victory out of this game. Today was that game. Today wasn't the day to substitute Eze, right? The man that you have, and I guess that's the difference between people like Arteta and the other senior managers. I can if you are bringing Gyökeres in, why not start him? Starting, right? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do substitution like, to accommodate people? Let me remove Zubimendi. And I think he later on removes Zubimendi. I'm not too sure. But he substituted him. Let me remove it, move Declan Rice to the 6. Let me bring more attacking player. Not like I remove one attacking player for another attacking player. Be on the forefront. Try to go get that goal, right? Instead of doing all of that, you didn't do that, especially when you know that your team is down based on goal difference, right? If this is too tight. And when you look at their remaining schedule, yes, it's the end of the season. There are no easy game. City had the better option. The hardest team City is going to play till the end is Villa. Which is on the last day of the season.
Villa already in the Europa League semi-finals. And
they are dealing with that also.
The finals.
So Villa might just be like, you know what? Hey, we won a trophy. Emirates will be, and guess what? If there's one game that Emirates can use it to stick it to Arsenal, we'll be like, you know what? We're gonna be in the finals. I need my best player in the final. We're already qualified for Champions League for next season. Let me rest my starters.
The plot thickens.
Arsenal fans, if you have not started fasting yet, begin the fasting tonight. Begin the fasting today. And this is an indefinite fast. Sometimes when they say you fast for 1 week, this is an indefinite fast. Until the end of the season, just keep fasting. That's the only choice that you have. Because, like JJ just said, City are the fire that is burning. I don't know what to say. I want to ask, is there fire still burning? Is Arteta still on fire? Because I want to ask him. He said I am on fire. I am.
I mean, no, honestly, that's one of the reasons. Might be over next week. It might be over.
When people ask, why do people hate on Arsenal fans? Why are they all against them? You are the reason. You are the reason. You are the reason. Because your team is doing well. Instead of you to enjoy the victories, nobody will go and provoke you quadruple. We are going for quadruple. And then your coach will now come and start saying rubbish in the press conference. Instead of him to say, we're just focused on winning one game at a time, we're just going to give it all we got, he'll come and be mouthing rubbish. And they will not see on your social media, in your training sessions, you'll be doing the most unorthodox content clipping, bait, rage, like things. Like, who creates a big screen in a training center on the pitch and start saying, this is all your mistakes, and you learn from it? Do you not have tactical rooms in the building that you can do that? And why does that need to be televised? It just shows you the weak mentality that he has been massaging. He has just been massaging them. Okay, don't worry, everything's fine. Let's just do the things for the media. Tell them that we don't care about what everybody else is saying. Meanwhile, you know that everybody knows that you are scared, but you are now communicating that you too, you know that we know that you are scared. Because when a player is saying, I don't care what anybody is saying, you do care. Sorry, you care because you are addressing what we are projecting to you. Anybody's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm just focused on the game. That's somebody who's laser focused. Anyway, I wanted to talk about some of stepping away from the Arsenal players a little bit. I want to talk about Chucky. That Chucky goal. Oh my God. This 40 million. 40 million. Ah, oh no, wow. And my own sporting directors went to go and buy Jimmy Gittins. They went to go. They cannot 40 million. See what that boy is doing. And Pep has actually freed him. Pep has said, do what you want. He's not more holding him back. He took the shackles off because at one point he was trying to shackle him down maybe to a right winger. Maybe he can use him as a left winger. You know how he does with Bernardo Silva, where he can use him as a utility player. Just use him anywhere across the field. He wanted to do that with Cherki. And at one point it's like, this boy is not going to listen to me. He's a street baller. This boy is a street baller. It's like, okay, Cherki, just do whatever you want. Because now Cherki just roams. He roams. He goes to the right, goes to the left. That goal was disgusting, man.
Very.
One person we have to talk about.
I'm even disappointed that United didn't go for him either. I'm very. But then, of course, on paper, they offered him 180K, which we know that is probably getting
once
an
City
extra
come
50
calling, you're already at a
somewhere.
disadvantage. As soon as they hear the name Pep, they're like, oh, hold on. Put that man you call on hold for a second. Pep is calling me. But Cherki has been ridiculous. He's been one of the shining lights for City. And when we talk about their ability to be able to go the rest of the game, as long as Cherki is in that game, is that X factor. And that's the difference between them and Arsenal. Arsenal does not have that X factor in their team. There is no X factor across all their front line. Eze was supposed to be that guy, but Arteta has found a way to shackle him down. You see the difference?
I mean, I do think they have X factors though.
Who's the X factor?
And that's the thing. Just the way you mentioned Eze, I do think he's an X factor. The sad thing is just that Eze coming into this was the same Eze that knocked out City in the finals, right? So I think I won't say they don't have. I mean, under their system that they played, of course, there's no way that you can be an X factor in that system, right? Unless your X factor skills would be your X factor skills would be okay. You are very good at long throws. So Gabriel is an X factor in that system. Declan Rice, with his freaking delivery, is an X factor, right? Ben White, long throws. Nkapie, long throws, X factor.
And you want to know how shameless they are? When they were 2-1 down, they wanted to use the long throw, and it went nowhere, literally. And I was like, so that's what you are going all the way back for, is to throw that rubbish nonsense there. Arsenal fans, like I said, just go and pray, because you have no X factor. I know JJ is trying to help people out. You have no X factor. When we talk about X factor, it's somebody that can do beyond what tactics is asking of. What Cherki did is there is no tactical instruction for what Cherki did.
Absolutely.
Cherki just said, I got the ball. I dare you to take the ball off of me. And I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And look at all the defenders that are just looking at him dance. Gabriel, you know, whenever we are playing back in Nigeria and they want to dribble you, but they want to put the ball between your legs, and you're like, let me kneel down. Let me do the half kneel down so that they will not put it in between my legs. I'm like, brother, are you a defender? Are you kneeling down for Cherki? Because I don't understand what kind of tackle that is. It was not a tackle, it was just a freeze position. But yeah, Cherki was absolutely ridiculous in that game. Now, let's talk about going forward. Let's talk about percentage of Arsenal City going all the way. I think back in February or something like that, Poly Market had them at Arsenal at 91%, and then City was like at 6% or 16 or something like that of being able to win it. Now Poly Market has Man City at 54 or 64%, and Arsenal at 44% to win it. I want to ask what are your percentages? So I'm going to start with you, Toju, first. What's your percentage on Arsenal versus City going to win this the Premier League title?
So I guess I'll go along with Polymarket, because literally from now on, if both teams win out, I believe it'll be City that wins the league. Now, the next match Man City has that is not in Prem is FA Cup semi-final against Southampton. I think I think we can say that is going to be a fairly...
Straightforward.
So let me put it this way. Even if they don't win it, they're just like, okay, been there, done that. Let's go for the league. Arsenal are still in the Champions League. They are still trying... They're trying to exercise so many demons at the same time that they'll be like, okay, Premier League or Champions League, but this one. But I don't think they can pick which one they'll rest players for if they had to choose. I think even within like their technical room or whatever, I don't think they can decide which one to give
more
priority to. So they have to play them all out. So now imagine them winning both legs because they still have two, and you're going against what, Simeone? You think
Arambo father himself.
You think
the creator of Arambo.
You think Arteta came up with... See, this one. This is one that was forged in the fire of it. The man that wears all black, so he doesn't have to think about what clothes he wears to the... What do you mean? You think you come and be doing that to him?
You know what? I just remembered as you said that. I thought about Bane in the Dark Knight. It said,
Yes.
I was formed in it.
Yeah.
I never saw the light until I was a man.
Say you think the light is you think the darkness is your friend? No. Say, come, let me show you no darkness. Say I dress in all black every day, so I don't have to think about my clothing. Just okay. You say we have, and that's the thing you said it about Arsenal fans. Imagine them wanting to talk about Atletico being a walkover for them.
They really thought so.
Bruh.
I guess what Toju. Let me take it from there for you, right? And I agree with the poly market thing, like Toju said. But here are the things that Arsenal fans don't think of. If you take Atletico front line and you put it on that Arsenal front line, Arsenal is winning the league.
Absolutely.
They would have won it already.
Absolutely.
Right? Arsenal is winning the league. That is how good
Alvarez,
Atletico's front line is in.
Griezmann,
You have Alvarez, you have Lookman,
Solid.
you have Griezmann, right? They're winning the league. Now, I'm looking at the run of the upcoming fixtures, right? Arsenal have 2 London derbies they still have to play, by the way. They're going to play Fulham at home, then they're going to go play West Ham away.
And West Ham they're fighting relegation.
2 London derbies, right? Now, here's the
3, if you count Crystal Palace.
Oh, they in London too?
Yeah.
Oh, so 3 London derbies. Check the cherry on the cake. Oh, after the May 2nd game, let's say they beat Fulham, the London derby, Arsenal is at home, right? Arsenal is going to go back to the top of the league. The first game that City is going to play first before Arsenal play is that West Ham game. City is going to be playing on the 9th, and then Arsenal is playing on the 10th.
So they put more pressure on them.
More pressure. The first pressure is going to be this Burnley game. City wins, City goes on top.
They go on top.
But there's going to be a lot of games. But the ones that will be back-to-back days is that me. And I have it circled on my... If the league is not over during... Because I actually honestly think that the league might be over during Arsenal next game, which is against Newcastle.
Damn.
No, I think they might draw a point against Newcastle. I really do think they might draw a point. And I think that might just be the extra nail. Now, it's not like goal difference situation anymore. It could literally be like they're going to lose, right? I think they might draw a point. But if they manage to win, I have that May 10 game against West Ham. I have it circled. It's a London derby, West Ham, and Shebi is Nuno, Espirito de Santo, right? It's very good. He knows how to set up his team on the counter also. He knows how to set up his team. So to sit deep is not a problem for them. And it's not like Arsenal is attacking wave after wave after wave anyway. They're not doing that. So that's the game for me.
When is their last attacking
open play
that they scored?
The Sporting one. That's about it.
That's the last time they scored a goal?
And like attacking play.
Attacking wise.
Yeah, the Sporting game.
You mean from open play, Abby?
Yeah, with open play goal, not a set piece, not a
open play.
You deflected the ball in, because that Havertz goal was a deflection. It wasn't even like a kick.
And even if you put it based on Arsenal's, like genius, moving the ball around, I can't remember the last time that
FA Cup against Southampton.
Please don't cut Southampton.
I mean, they lost, but still.
I won't even go that direction. Like against a team, I can't.
Okay, then you have to go to Leverkusen a month ago.
Yeah,
well, their run of form is really bad.
It's very bad.
Coming out of that game, I saw a clip of Declan Rice like encouraging some of the players. It's like it's not over, and I was like, if a non-captain has to, and he was telling Odegaard, if a non-captain is telling Odegaard that it's not over, that their mental state is on the floor right now, psychologically, because City was the boogeyman.
They had 2 games to really show City that cup final, and today was those 2 games to release.
I want to go back to Toju's statement. City, I'm not even asking. This is not a question anymore. Now I know for a fact that City did actually break them. City broke them because since that game, emotionally, they have nothing to show for it. Nothing. Because that's the game that they were like, it's the final. So when we beat them here, they will now we'll make a statement. So when we go back to Etihad, it's going to be, we're not scared of you anymore. You remember Home Alone? I'm not scared of you anymore. I'm right here.
Like, bro, how can you have one shot on target in front of your fans at a quarterfinal of Champions League? Because that's what they did against Sporting.
That's sad.
Only one shot on target.
Man, all right. Let's switch gears a little bit. I think we have piled it upon them for 36 minutes. That's good enough. Good enough. Arsenal fans, like and subscribe for more content such as this. And if you win it, hey, you can come back here and put it in the comment and say we won it. So it's a double-edged sword. But for now, like and subscribe and come back. Maybe if you come back and watch, you can watch it while crying with your bottle.